ourselves. We have the tools, we have the ingredients. You're absolutely right about what the Americans love about Ireland, whether they're American Irish or just plain Americans. What they love our food, they love our culture, they love our authenticity, they love the experience. We have it all in abundance, we can give them something that's rich and fresh, but we've got to take it by the scruff of our neck, ourselves and say, we can do it. And I'll give you one example just to leave you with, and it's going back to the Silicon Valley example. Brendan Ellis, who works here in the local enterprise centre, decided he wanted to reach out to the Irish diaspora in Silicon Valley. He got on a plane and he went over there. Within 2 or 3 months of that, we had the Tech Bay Conference in Wexford Opera House, which had brought the best of Silicon Valley here to talk to us here and engage with us. We need to go and we need to say, this is where you probably want and this is how you can help, but we can do it ourselves.
Thank you very much. Professor Kevin Whelan, thank you very much. Hello, sister, because Julie is my sister. And finally, he's my hurling brother, Liam Griffin. Out of the announcement to leave the building if you so wish, or stay for the rest of the concert. We'd love you to stay and mingle with the audience. And as we now clear the chairs, once again, thanks to all 4 speakers. Thank you very much. We have a copy of the itinerary for the rest of the next couple of days, but no, I'm sure you want to acknowledge each of the individual speakers here tonight.
Tonight in the form of having a cross-section of Wexford voices talking about what's going on in Wexford. While we do the couple of minutes it requires to put the microphones in place, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to do a sales job. We had a full house today for John Bowman and his tour de force through the history of Irish television. I'm delighted, as I said, to see a large crowd again tonight. Tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock in the morning, Professor Howard Keeley is here this evening, and Austin Curry will come and give their particular perspectives and different perspectives on the legacy of the Kennedy family, particularly in the area of human rights. It's an interesting session, I expect. You've heard some of it for half an hour at Kenny Show this morning, some of you, and that's an occasion we're encouraging people to come out again to tomorrow. At lunchtime tomorrow, Geraldine Kennedy, the editor of the Irish Times, will be here for about an hour for an in-depth interview, as it were, on the 40 years that she has worked in Irish media and covered Irish politics. Right back, I would ask her what she made of everybody from Charlie Haughey right up to Bertie Ahern, about the fact that her own phone was booked at one stage, and about the fact that she emerged as a leading woman in the Irish media and ultimately edited the Irish Times. Tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock, unfortunately, there's a personal circumstance that John Water can't join us, but we still will have Susie Byrne, Professor Sean McGrath, who's the Assistant Professor of Politics at Notre Dame University, and Mary Rourke to come and talk about the current state of Irish politics, which there's a lot to talk about. And that's tomorrow at 4 o'clock here in the theatre as well. Saturday, 11 o'clock in the morning, we're doing the American election with a collection of interesting speakers. At 1 o'clock, we have a one-man show. Dennis McAndrew comes out and does a one-man show that's entitled What If John F. Kennedy Had Lived? He comes on stage as a 90-year-old John F. Kennedy looking back at what life might have been in the context of what if history. We're into Duncanstown for a tea party at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. And then at 8 o'clock on Sunday night, we're doing a special tribute to the life and work of Eunice Kennedy. I think we're ready now.
We are indeed, and thank you very much. No, and do you know Miss Geraldine Kennedy? I had the pleasure, courtesy of the Rotary Club of Wexford, to interview her a few months ago, or so over a year ago, and she was definitely one of the most interesting people I ever had the pleasure to interview. So do not miss the opportunity to meet her and talk to her. Now some music to promote Wexford once again. This is a great group. I've known them over a number of years, not too many, only quite young here behind me. Will you please welcome, from the New Ross area, multi-talented, multi-award winning, and of course they've recorded several CDs over the years, and they have a brand new one coming out. Your appreciation please to Parasite.
We don't overdo it, so. Hello. You're all very welcome here. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. And we're going to start with a Wexford song, seeing as it's Wexford Voices. When people usually, when they talk about 1798, they usually talk about Vinegar Hill and Bullvogue and Enniscorthy, but actually New Ross had a very gory battle. Over 5,000 people were killed, more than were killed in New York in 9/11. So we're going to sing a song about one of those rebels, and it's called The Crappie Boy. It was early on in the spring, when small birds whistled and sweet did sing, changing their notes from tree to tree, and the song they sang was old Ireland free. It was early all in the night, the Norman cavalry gave me a fright. The Norman cavalry was my downfall. I was taken prisoner by Lord Cornwall, and I was walking up Wexford Street. My own first cousin I chanced to meet. My own first cousin did me betray, and for one bare guinea sold my life away. As I was walking up Wexford Hill, oh, who could blame me to cry my fill? I looked behind and I looked before, but my grey-haired mother I never saw more. As I was standing on the scaffold high, my aged father was standing by. My aged father did me deny, and the name he gave me was the Crappie Boy. At Geneva Barracks this young man died, and in Duncannon his body lies. All you good people that do pass by, pray a prayer, shed a tear for the Crappie Boy.
We have to have the words because we're all. And we're only going to do a couple of songs because our carers have been on the line. We have to get
So now we move on and we move to the 1840s, when a lot of people had emigrated because of the famine. And the next song we're going to sing for you was on an album that we recorded last year called Kathleen. And this song is called Immigrant Eyes. And it paints the picture so well of what it was like for people in Ellis Island when they arrived.